Billionaire's Ferrari breaks down. Single mom mechanic is only one who can fix it in 2 hours. The price changes everything. Hello, viewer. Thanks for joining us. Leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments, along with the city you're watching from. Now let's continue with the story. Maya Rodriguez rolls out from under the 1967 Mustang, grease smeared across her cheek, sweat dampening her dark ponytail. The Nevada heat is brutal even with the garage bays open, the industrial fan doing little to help. She grabs a rag and wipes her hands, glancing at the pile of bills on her father's old desk. $45,000. That's what stands between her and losing everything. The phone rings. She already knows what it is before she answers. Rodriguez Auto Repair. Miss Rodriguez, Thomas Whitley from First National Bank. I need to inform you that unless we receive substantial payment within 60 days, we'll have no choice but to begin foreclosure proceedings. She closes her eyes. I understand, and I hope so. Have a good day. The line goes dead. Maya stares at the phone, her 6-year-old daughter Lily playing with toy cars in the corner. Rosie Patterson's ancient Buick pulls up outside, and Maya's grateful for the interruption. Rosie is 72, silver-haired, and has been watching Lily after school since Maya's ex-husband disappeared 2 years ago. There's my favorite girl, Rosie calls. Ready for cookies. Lily jumps up, running to Maya first for a hug. Love you, Mommy. Love you too, baby. After they leave, Maya rolls back under the Mustang. Work is the only thing that keeps the panic at bay. The wrench fits perfectly this time. Small victories. Chase Sullivan's white Ferrari 488 Pista screams down Highway 95 at 90 miles per hour. At 36, he's one of the youngest self-made billionaires in the country. His company, Sullivan Tech Solutions, is worth $2.8 billion. Today's meeting in Vegas is worth $200 million more. He should feel on top of the world. Instead, he just feels hollow. His phone rings. Jessica, his assistant. Mr. Sullivan, confirming your dinner reservations at Joel Robuchon. Fine. I also added some market analysis to the presentation that might... Did I ask you to add anything? Silence. Then, no, sir. I apologize. In the future, follow instructions exactly as given. I don't pay you to think, I pay you to execute. He hangs up. Marcus Chen calls next. His CFO and best friend since Stanford. Just calling to wish you luck. Not that you need it. Luck is for people who don't prepare. Try to smile during dinner. You'll scare Nakamura if you go in looking like Darth Vader in Armani. Chase almost laughs. I'll try to remember how my face works. When you get back, we need to talk about the Henderson situation. A sharp, mechanical shriek cuts through the conversation. Warning lights explode across the dashboard. The engine temperature spikes into the red. Smoke pours from under the hood. No, 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 not now. Chase, what's wrong? I'll call you back. He guides the dying Ferrari to the shoulder. $3 million of engineering failing spectacularly in the middle of the Nevada desert. He calls Ferrari roadside assistance. I need a tow truck immediately. The nearest certified Ferrari tow is 6 hours away, sir. 6 hours? I have a $200 million deal in 3 hours. I understand, but Ferrari vehicles require specialized... Chase hangs up. He calls Jessica, who calls back 30 minutes later with bad news. The closest help is 3 hours away, but there's one auto shop in a town called Ridgemont, Rodriguez Auto Repair. It looks basic. Send me the address. I'll walk there if I have to. 40 minutes later, Chase stumbles into Ridgemont in his expensive suit. Italian leather shoes ruined, sweat soaking through his custom shirt. The town is barely a town, just a collection of sun-faded buildings. At the end of the street sits Rodriguez Auto Repair. He walks into the garage. A pair of legs in coveralls sticks out from under an old Mustang. Excuse me, I need help. It's an emergency. Take a number, the legs say. I don't think you understand. Mr. Peterson's carburetor has been an emergency for 3 days. Wait your turn. The legs push out, revealing a woman in her late 20s with warm brown eyes that flash with irritation. She looks at his suit, his watch, his desperate face, and smirks. Let me guess, Ferrari broke down. Chase blinks. How did you know? You've got my expensive car broke down and I'm very upset about it written all over you. Only fancy Italian cars make rich guys walk 5 miles in the desert heat. My Ferrari 488 Pista is one of the most advanced vehicles ever manufactured. And yet here you are. Funny how that works. She stands, wiping her hands. She's shorter than him by 6 inches, curves hidden under coveralls, but she doesn't back down. There's wariness in her eyes, a defensiveness born from experience. You're the mechanic. You're the stranded rich guy. He forces himself to be humble. I apologize. I'm Chase Sullivan. My Ferrari broke down 5 miles from here. I have a meeting in Vegas in 2 hours and 45 minutes. If I miss it, I lose a $200 million deal. I need your help. She crosses her arms. 200 million, that's a lot of zeros. So you understand why this is urgent. I understand why you're panicking. Question is, what do you expect me to do about it? Fix my car. You want me to drop everything and fix your Ferrari in 2 hours? Do you have any idea how complex that is? I'll pay you. Name your price. She laughs bitterly. You want me to diagnose and repair a Ferrari in 2 hours with no idea what's wrong? You're desperate or delusional? Both. Is it possible? She stares at him, calculating. Depends what's wrong. Where's the car? Mile marker 47. Can you afford my tow fee? I can afford to buy your entire garage. Her eyes flash with anger. I can fix any car ever made. Question is whether I want to fix yours. You're the only Ferrari-certified mechanic within 100 miles. I called 3 Vegas shops. Nobody can get here in time. You're my only option. She processes this, realizes she has all the leverage. A slow smile crosses her face. Sounds like you need me more than I need you. Apparently so. Will you help me? Maybe. Tow fee is $200, cash, up front. He hands her $300 bills. She tucks them away and heads to a beat-up tow truck. The drive to his Ferrari is tense, the truck cab forcing them into close proximity. He's hyper-aware of her presence, the smell of motor oil and something floral underneath. She examines the Ferrari with surgical focus, pops the hood, pulls out her phone. Fuel pressure sensor and overheated cooling system. Did you know there was a recall on the 488 Pista's cooling system? Chase feels heat rise up his neck. He didn't know. Can you fix it? Yeah, but not in 2 hours. This is a 4 to 6 hour job minimum. I'm asking you to try. She looks at him, really looks at him, seeing past the money and power. Why does this meeting matter so much? I lose the deal. 2 years of work. My board will question my leadership. And what happens to you if you miss it? He opens his mouth, closes it. Honestly, nothing changes. He'll still be a billionaire, but he'll have failed, and he doesn't fail. I don't fail. Everyone fails sometimes. Not me. She studies him, then nods. Okay, I'll try. But I need something from you first. How much? $45,000. The number is so specific he knows it's not negotiable. That's highway robbery. That's the exact amount I need to save my father's garage from foreclosure. Not a penny more, not a penny less. You want the impossible in 2 hours. That's my price. You're extorting me. I'm offering a deal. You said money wasn't an issue. Was that a lie? He grits his teeth. 45,000 is nothing to him, but the principle of having no control. And what guarantee do I have? You don't. That's what makes it interesting. They stare at each other. She won't back down, and he admires that, respects it. Fine. 45,000 if you fix it in time, and you get me a corporate fleet maintenance contract. He almost laughs. She's negotiating future revenue. Deal. They shake hands. Her grip is firm, calloused. The handshake lasts too long. That spark between them is undeniable. Let's get your car back to my garage. And Mr. Sullivan, yes. Some things money can't fix, but the right person can. Back at the garage, Maya works with fierce concentration. She connects diagnostic equipment, replaces the sensor, flushes the cooling system. Chase watches, fascinated by her competence. A little girl appears from the office, dark hair in pigtails, cartoon dinosaur shirt. She stares at the Ferrari with wonder. "Mommy, what's that?" Maya glances up, her expression softening. "It's a Ferrari, baby. Go back inside." "But it's so pretty. Is it yours?" The girl looks at Chase. "Are you rich?" "Lily, not now. Mommy's working." Something in Chase softens. It's okay. She can look. Lily approaches the car reverently. "Can I touch it?" "Go ahead." She touches the white paint gently. "What does your car's heart sound like?" "Like a controlled explosion of power." Lily giggles, and the sound does something strange to Chase's chest. When was the last time he heard a child laugh? "What's your name?" "Chase." "What's yours?" "Lily Rodriguez." "That's my mommy. She's the best mechanic in the whole world." "I believe it. Do you have kids? A wife?" "Lily," Maya warns. "Nope. No wife either." "Why not?" "Are you mean?" Chase laughs. Genuinely laughs. "Some people would say so. I don't think you're mean. Mean people don't let kids touch fancy cars." Maya clears her throat. "Okay, baby, enough questions. Go to Rosie's now. But I want to watch." "Not today. This is a grown-up job." Lily pouts but obeys. At the doorway, she turns back. "Mr. Chase, I hope Mommy fixes your car. She can fix anything." Then she's gone. Chase looks at Maya, who's returned to work. "She's a good kid. She's my whole world. Which is why I need this money. For her, so she has a chance at something better." "There's nothing wrong with this," says the billionaire. "I'm serious. You're carrying on your father's legacy, raising a daughter alone. That takes more strength than anything I've done." She looks up, surprised. "You don't know anything about my life?" "No. But I know what it looks like when someone's fighting with everything they have. You're a fighter. Something passes between them. Understanding, recognition." Then Maya returns to work. 90 minutes pass in focused silence. Maya works with precision, her hands confident. Chase notices everything, how she bites her lip when concentrating, the efficiency of her movements, the strength in her arms. "Can you hand me that wrench, 3/4 inch?" He grabs the wrong one. She shakes her head. "That's 1/2 inch, 3rd hook from the right." Later, she asks for water. He brings it to her, and she drinks gratefully. "Thank you." "You're welcome." Finally, she straightens up, grease on her forehead, satisfaction in her eyes. "Fire it up." Chase slides into the driver's seat. He turns the key. The engine roars to life perfectly. No warnings, no alarms, just the purr of a healthy engine. Maya grins. 3 minutes to spare. Not bad for impossible. Chase transfers $45,000. Her phone chimes. He watches her face as she checks the balance. For a moment, her mask slips. He sees relief so profound it's almost painful. "Thank you," she whispers. "You earned it. You did the impossible. I'll send information about the fleet contract. My assistant will contact you." She doesn't believe him. He hands her his personal card with his private number. "Call me if you don't hear within 3 days. I keep my promises." She takes it, suspicious, then extends her grease-stained hand. "Good luck with your meeting, Mr. Sullivan. Call me Chase. Good luck, Chase." He shakes her hand. "That spark is still there, stronger now. You're wasting your talent in this town," he says. Her eyes harden. "And you're wasting your life in boardrooms." The words hit him like a punch. He stands there, staring at this woman who just called out his entire existence. Then he lets go, climbs into his Ferrari, and drives away. But as Ridgemont shrinks in his rearview mirror, Chase Sullivan realizes something that unsettles him. For the first time in years, he doesn't feel like he's driving towards something important. He feels like he's driving away from it. 3 days pass. The $45,000 sits in Maya's bank account like a miracle. She tries not to think about Chase Sullivan or his promises, but every time the phone rings, her heart jumps. Thursday afternoon, a black SUV pulls into her parking lot. Chase steps out in jeans and a white button-down. He looks different without the suit, more approachable. "Mommy!" Lily shrieks. "It's the Ferrari man!" Lily bolts outside, grinning. "Mr. Chase, you came back!" Chase smiles. "Hi, Lily. Your mum fixed my car perfectly. I told you she could." Maya approaches slowly. He came back. He actually came back. "Mr. Sullivan." "What can I do for you?" "I have a business proposition. Can we talk inside?" In her office, they sit across her father's desk. "I want to hire you as a consultant. 6 weeks evaluating my company's vehicle fleet across the West Coast." Maya blinks. "You have mechanics for that." "None with your talent. My company has 237 vehicles costing millions in maintenance annually. I think you could revolutionize our efficiency." "I think you're bored and slumming it with the working class." His jaw tightens. "I'm offering $150,000 for 6 weeks' work, plus all expenses. Why are you fighting this?" "Because men like you don't help women like me without expecting something in return. What if I expect you to be brilliant at your job? Is that so impossible?" The question hangs between them. $150,000, 6 weeks. That would save the garage. "I need to think about it." "What's there to think about?" "Everything. I have a daughter, a life that doesn't include flying around playing consultant for some billionaire who'll get bored in a month." "I don't get bored of things that matter. And I matter. Your expertise matters." She stands. "I'll call you in 24 hours. He nods, hands her his business card. "Call any time." That night, Maya calls Derek Sullivan for perspective. He's honest and encouraging. "My brother has spent 3 days talking about you like you're the most fascinating person he's ever met." The next morning, she calls Chase. "I have terms. Lily comes with me." "Done. I'll arrange family-friendly accommodations. I want to keep my garage open. You'll fund a temporary mechanic." "Agreed. And I want respect, equal treatment. My professional opinion carries weight. I wouldn't have asked you otherwise." "Then we have a deal." 2 days later, Chase picks them up at 7 a.m. with coffee and smiles. The drive to San Francisco takes 5 hours. Lily asks endless questions. Chase answers patiently. Maya watches them in the mirror, something warm and terrifying blooming in her chest. The hotel suite is luxury incarnate. 2 bedrooms, city views, fresh flowers. Lily thinks it's a palace. "This is too much," Maya says. "It's what you need to be comfortable." The next morning, Sullivan Tech headquarters impresses and intimidates. Glass and steel, nervous employees, corporate power everywhere. "Is it always like this?" Maya asks. "People afraid of you?" "Respectful," he corrects. "They're the same thing when you have all the power." The company garage reveals 237 vehicles in varying states of neglect. Within an hour, Maya identifies dozens of problems. "Who manages your fleet?" "Steve Henderson." 8 years. Then he's done a terrible job for 8 years. Chase calls Steve down. The man is condescending until Maya exposes his incompetence and falsified maintenance reports. Chase fires him on the spot. "Impressive," Chase says afterward. "Just doing what you hired me for." "No, the way you handled him. You didn't back down." "Why would I? I was right." Over the next hours, Maya revolutionizes the fleet maintenance system. Chase follows. fascinated. Lily charms the entire office from Chase's desk. That evening, they have dinner at a family Italian place. Lily makes a mess with spaghetti. Chase teaches her to twirl pasta. They laugh together, and Maya's defenses crumble. Back at the hotel, Lily demands Chase tuck her in. He emerges 20 minutes later, bemused. "Did you know Mr. Snuggles has a tragic circus backstory?" Maya laughs. "She's creative. She's amazing. You're doing an incredible job with her." "Most days I feel like I'm barely keeping my head above water. You're succeeding. She's happy, healthy, smart, kind. That's all you. Thank you. Thank you for giving this a chance, for letting me see your world. I've learned more in one day than in months of board meetings. They stand close. The space between them charges with unspoken feelings." Chase steps closer. Maya's heart races. The hotel phone rings, shattering the moment. Chase backs away. "I should let you rest. Big day tomorrow." "Good night, Chase." After he leaves, Maya leans against the door. 6 weeks of this. 6 weeks of watching him be kind to her daughter. 6 weeks of wanting things she can't have. The pattern repeats. San Jose, Los Angeles, Portland. Maya revolutionizes fleet maintenance at every facility. Word spreads about the genius mechanic. Chase is beside her constantly, asking questions, learning, implementing her suggestions. Coffee in the morning becomes routine. Late-night work discussions turn personal. Lily adores him, includes him in her family drawings, and Maya falls. Despite every self-protective instinct, she's falling for the man beneath the billionaire, the man who makes her laugh, who listens, who treats her like an equal. They're in Portland when everything changes. Their last night in the city. Lily sleeps in Maya's arms after exhausting herself at the pool. Chase helps carry her to the suite. They tuck her in together, then stand at the door, neither ready to say goodnight. "Thank you," Maya says, "for everything, for bringing us here, for being so patient with Lily, for treating me like I matter." "You do matter." Chase. "Maya, I need to tell you something." Before he can continue, a woman's voice cuts through the hallway. "Chase, is that you?" They turn. A blonde woman approaches in designer clothes, beautiful and polished. The way she looks at Chase with familiar intimacy makes Maya's stomach drop. "Victoria," Chase says, surprise and discomfort in his voice. Victoria's eyes sweep over Maya, cataloguing every way she doesn't belong. "I heard you were in town." She glances at the open suite door. "I didn't realize you were busy." "This is Maya Rodriguez, my consultant. Maya Victoria Ashford, an old friend." The way Victoria smiles tells Maya they're much more than friends. "This is the ex-fiancé. Lovely to meet you." Victoria turns to Chase. "We should catch up, have drinks, talk about old times." "I don't think that's—" "Please, just an hour." Chase looks at Maya. She sees the conflict in his eyes. Then she sees him nod. "Sure." He turns to Maya. "We'll talk tomorrow." "Of course. Good night, Mr. Sullivan." She closes the door before he can see the tears. Before he can witness her heartbreaking, Maya leans against the door and cries quietly. This is exactly what she feared. She let herself forget the gulf between their worlds. She let herself hope. But Victoria Ashford, in her designer clothes and perfect hair, is a stark reminder. Chase belongs to that world. Maya is just visiting, and visitors always have to go home eventually. The question is whether her heart will survive the journey. Maya returns to Ridgemont alone, Lily chattering about how much fun they had, oblivious to her mother's heartbreak. She throws herself into work the way she always does when emotions threaten to overwhelm her. Oil changes, brake repairs, transmission work, anything to keep her hands busy and her mind occupied. She completes the fleet analysis remotely, spending late nights at her computer after Lily goes to bed. The reports are thorough. professional, detailed. She sends them to Chase's work email without personal messages, just attachments and subject lines, business only. When Chase calls, she stares at his name on the screen until it goes to voicemail. When he texts, she responds with one-word professional replies. Received, confirmed, understood. She tells herself this is better, safer. She almost believed they could bridge the gap between their worlds, but Victoria reminded her of reality. Chase Sullivan belongs with women who wear designer clothes and know which fork to use at fancy dinners, not mechanics with grease permanently embedded under their fingernails. A week passes in this careful distance. The temporary mechanic Chase hired, a competent older man named Bill, works out well. The money in her account means she can finally breathe, can pay bills without that constant knot of anxiety in her stomach. She should be grateful. She is grateful. So why does everything feel empty? Why does the garage feel too quiet? Why does Lily keep asking when Mr. Chase is coming back? Why does Maya check her phone every 5 minutes, hoping to see his name? Rosie watches her with knowing eyes. You gonna tell me what happened in Portland? Nothing happened. Baby girl, you've been moping around here like someone stole your favorite wrench. That's not nothing. It's complicated. Love usually is. I'm not in love with him. Rosie raises an eyebrow. Who said anything about Chase Sullivan? Maya groans. It doesn't matter anyway. He's back in his world. I'm in mine. That's how it should be. Should be and want to be are two different things. Before Maya can respond, Lily runs in from school, but she's not her usual bouncing self. Her eyes are red and puffy. Baby, what's wrong? The kids were mean. They said we're poor, that we live in a garage because we can't afford a real house. Maya's heart breaks. She drops to her knees and pulls Lily close. Listen to me. We live above the garage because it was your grandfather's, and it's filled with love and memories. That makes it more valuable than any mansion. But we are poor, aren't we? We have enough. We have each other. That's what matters. I miss Mr. Chase. He made things fun. I know, baby. I miss him too. The admission slips out before Maya can stop it. Lily's eyes widen. Then why don't you call him? It's complicated. Grown-ups always say that when they're scared, out of the mouths of babes. That afternoon, Maya is under a Chevy when she hears an expensive engine pull into the lot. Her heart jumps before she can stop it. She rolls out, and there he is, Chase Sullivan, standing beside his black SUV, looking rumpled and exhausted and so out of place in Ridgemont that it would be funny if it didn't make her heart ache. You've been avoiding me, he says without preamble. I've been busy. You've been ignoring my calls. I completed the job. The analysis is submitted. That's what you paid for. He takes a step closer. Is that really all this was to you? A job? What else would it be? Maya, don't do this. Don't pretend Portland didn't happen. Nothing happened in Portland. Your ex-girlfriend showed up. You went to have drinks with her. End of story. I didn't go. Maya freezes. What? I walked her to the elevator, made an excuse, and came back to tell you that, but your door was closed and the lights were off. I thought you'd gone to bed. You didn't go. No. I told her I wasn't interested in revisiting the past because I was trying to build a future. With you, the words hang in the air between them. Maya's heart races. She wants to believe him. God, she wants to believe him so badly. That doesn't change anything. We're from different worlds, Chase. You saw how she looked at me, like I was dirt on her expensive shoes. That's your world. I don't fit there. I don't want you to fit there. I want you to be exactly who you are. A mechanic from a nothing town. A brilliant, strong, incredible woman who fixed my car in 2 hours and somehow fixed me in the process. You can't just decide you want a different life, because it's novel right now. Eventually, you'll miss your world. Your boardrooms and fancy dinners and people who understand your life, I don't miss any of that. I miss you, I miss Lily. I miss feeling like I'm actually living instead of just existing. Maya wants to respond, but Lily's voice interrupts. Mr. Chase! Lily runs across the garage and throws herself at Chase. He catches her, lifting her up, and the look on his face is so full of genuine affection that Maya's defenses crack further. I missed you, Lily says. I missed you too, kiddo. Your mom's been keeping you busy. Mommy's been sad. She won't say why, but I know it's because you left. Lily, Maya warns, it's true. You cry at night when you think I'm asleep. Maya feels heat rise to her face. Chase sets Lily down gently and looks at Maya with an intensity that steals her breath. Go to Rosie's house for a bit, okay, baby, she manages. But now, Lily, please. Lily pouts but obeys, giving Chase one more hug before running off. Once she's gone, Maya and Chase stand facing each other across the garage floor. You've been crying, he asks quietly. Lily's dramatic. Is she? Maya turns away, not trusting herself to look at him. Why are you here, Chase? Really? Because I can't stop thinking about you. Because every board meeting feels meaningless. Because I look at my penthouse and see how empty it is. Because for the first time in my life, I know what home feels like, and it's wherever you and Lily are. That's crazy. Probably. But it's true. You barely know me. I know you work harder than anyone I've ever met. I know you're an incredible mother. I know you're brilliant at what you do. I know you make me want to be better. I know when you smile, really smile, it's the best thing I've ever seen. What else do I need to know? Maya's throat tightens. You need to know that I'm terrified, that I've been hurt before, that I can't afford to believe in fairy tales. This isn't a fairy tale. It's messy and complicated and probably a terrible idea. But I'm here anyway. For how long? Until you get bored? Until your world calls you back? I'm done with that world. I made Marcus acting CEO. I'm stepping back. Maya spins around. You what? I quit. Well, not officially, but I'm not running the day-to-day anymore. I'm consulting remotely because I don't want to live in San Francisco anymore. I want to live here in Ridgemont, if you'll have me. Chase, you can't just upend your entire life for you. Yes, I can, because you're not just anyone, Maya. You're the person who made me realize I was living wrong. You're the person who showed me what actually matters. Before Maya can respond, her phone rings. The school, her stomach drops. Miss Rodriguez, this is Principal Mitchell. Lily had an incident on the playground. She fell off the monkey bars. We've called an ambulance. The words barely register. Maya's vision tunnels. Her daughter. Ambulance. Hospital. I'm on my way. She drops the phone and runs for her truck, hands shaking so badly she can barely grip the keys. Chase is right behind her. I'll drive. You're too shaken. She doesn't argue. Can't argue. All she can think about is Lily hurt, Lily scared, Lily calling for her mummy while she was here working on a carburetor like it mattered. Nothing matters except her daughter. Chase drives fast but safe, one hand occasionally leaving the wheel to squeeze Maya's knee. She stares out the window, seeing nothing, praying to a God she's not sure she believes in. Please let her be okay. Please. I'll do anything. Just let her be okay. They reach the elementary school in record time. The ambulance is still in the parking lot, back doors open. Maya sprints across the pavement and nearly trips climbing inside. Lily is on a stretcher, her small body looking impossibly tiny against the white sheets. Her face is pale, tear-streaked, her left arm held at an odd angle that makes Maya's stomach turn, but she's conscious. She's breathing. She's alive. Mommy! I'm here, baby. I'm here. I'm so sorry I wasn't here sooner. It hurts, Mommy. It hurts so much. I know, sweetheart. I know. The doctors are going to fix it, I promise. Maya climbs into the ambulance. taking Lily's good hand. Chase follows without asking permission. He settles on the bench across from them, his presence solid and calming. The paramedic starts an IV, and Lily whimpers. Maya has to look away, blinking back tears. Chase catches her eye. She's going to be fine. You don't know that. I know she's strong, like her mother. The ride to the hospital is the longest 10 minutes of Maya's life. She strokes Lily's hair, murmurs reassurances, tries not to let her daughter see how terrified she is. Single parents don't get to fall apart. There's no backup, no one else to be strong when you can't be. It's always been just Maya, just her against the world. Except Chase is here now, in this ambulance, holding her free hand, being strong for both of them. At the emergency room, nurses whisk Lily away for x-rays. Maya tries to follow, but they stop her at the door. Just a few minutes, Ms. Rodriguez. We'll bring her right back. The waiting is torture. Maya paces the small examination room, her mind spiraling through worst-case scenarios. What if the break is bad? What if they need surgery? What if there's nerve damage? How will she pay for this? Does her insurance cover it? What if... Maya. Chase's voice cuts through the spiral. He stands and pulls her into his arms. She resists for exactly 2 seconds before collapsing against him. I can't do this. I can't watch my baby hurt. You can. You are. You're the strongest person I know. I don't feel strong. I feel terrified. That's what parents feel. Terror is just love with stakes. The observation, so simple and true, makes her cry. She buries her face in his chest and lets the fear out in shaking sobs. He holds her through it, one hand rubbing circles on her back, murmuring comfort she can't quite hear, but feels anyway. By the time Lily comes back, Maya has pulled herself together. The x-rays show a clean break of the radius, painful but straightforward. The doctor explains they'll set it, cast it, and she'll be good as new in 6 weeks. What color cast do you want, Lilypad? The doctor asks. Purple, Lily says through tears, like my favorite dinosaur. Purple it is. While the doctor works, Chase keeps Lily distracted with stories. He tells her about the time he broke his collarbone as a kid trying to skateboard down his parents' driveway. How his brother Derek dared him to try a ramp that was way too big. How he cried just like she's crying, and his mom told him brave people cry when they hurt. Really? Lily asks, sniffling. Really? Crying doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. By the time the purple cast is dry, Lily is almost smiling again. She admires her new accessory with the pride only a 6-year-old can muster. Can I get everyone to sign it? Everyone, the doctor confirms with a smile. Mr. Chase, will you sign first? Chase takes the marker and writes carefully on the cast in neat block letters. To the bravest kid I know. Love, Chase. Lily beams, then yawns hugely as the pain medication kicks in. The hospital bills come next. $3,000 even with insurance. Maya's brief moment of relief evaporates. She reaches for her purse, mentally calculating how this will affect her budget, what she can cut, how long until... Chase is already handing his credit card to the receptionist. I can pay. I know you can, but you don't have to. Not this time. Chase, it's $3,000. I don't care if it's $30,000. Let me help. Please. Maya wants to argue. Pride demands she argue. But she's exhausted and scared and so grateful he's here that words fail. She nods, throat too tight to speak. Thank you, she manages finally. Always. The drive back to Ridgemont is quiet. Lily falls asleep in the back seat, pain medication making her drowsy. Chase drives carefully, one hand occasionally reaching over to squeeze Maya's. Thank you, she says finally, for being there, for helping. There's nowhere else I'd want to be. At Maya's apartment, Chase carries Lily upstairs. They tuck her into bed together, and Maya finds herself leaning against him, letting his strength hold her up. In the small living room, they collapse onto the couch. Maya's adrenaline crashes, leaving her shaky and exhausted. I keep thinking, what if she'd hit her head? What if it had been worse? What if... But it wasn't. She's okay. I can't do this alone anymore. I thought I could, but I can't. I'm so tired of being strong all the time. Then let me be strong for you sometimes. She looks up at him. You really want this? Me and my daughter and this tiny apartment and my struggling garage and all the complications. I want you. All of you. The complications included. I'm scared. Me too. But you're here anyway. I'm here anyway. Maya makes a decision. She's been running scared for a week, protecting her heart by pushing him away. But Lily almost lost more than her arm today. Life is fragile. Moments matter, and this man drove 5 hours just to see if she was okay. She kisses him. It's not their first kiss, but it feels like it. Soft and tentative and full of promise. Chase responds gently, his hands framing her face like she's precious. When they break apart, both are breathless. Stay, she whispers. On the couch. I don't want to be alone tonight. I'll stay as long as you'll have me. They settle on the couch, Maya curled against his side, his arm around her shoulders. It feels right in a way nothing has felt right in years. I'm sorry I pushed you away, she says into the darkness. I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to. Victoria really scared me. She represents everything I'm not. She represents everything I don't want, polished and perfect and completely hollow. You're real, Maya, you're genuine. That's what I fell for. You fell for me, completely. Probably the moment you told me I was wasting my life in boardrooms. Maya laughs softly. I was so angry at you that day. I know. It was attractive. You're weird. I'm in love with you. The words hang in the air. Maya's breath catches. Say that again. I'm in love with you, Maya Rodriguez. I love your strength and your sarcasm and the way you light up when you talk about engines. I love how you are with Lily. I love that you called me out when I needed it. I love you. I love you too, she whispers. I tried not to, but I do. Thank God, because this would be really awkward otherwise. She laughs, really laughs, and it feels like coming home. Chase stays, not just that night, but the next and the next. He rents a room at the local motel, a modest place called the Desert Rose, with faded pink paint and a flickering neon sign, but he rarely sleeps there. Most evenings find him at the garage or Maya's apartment, becoming part of their routine so naturally it's like he's always been there. Ridgemont slowly accepts him. The novelty of having a billionaire in town fades as people realize he's genuinely trying to fit in. He eats breakfast at the diner and actually talks to people instead of staring at his phone. He helps Mrs. Henderson carry her groceries. He learns the names of the regulars at Maya's garage and asks about their families. He helps at the garage too, his mechanical skills improving with painful slowness. Bill, the temporary mechanic, takes him under his wing with surprising patience. You're terrible at this, Bill observes one afternoon, watching Chase struggle with a simple oil change. I'm aware, but you're getting less terrible. That's something, Chase grins. Coming from Bill, that's high praise. He makes Lily laugh with terrible jokes and helps her practice writing with her non-broken hand. He holds Maya when she's stressed about bills, when the weight of single parenthood threatens to crush her. He becomes part of their routine, and it feels natural, right, like he's always been the missing piece they didn't know they needed. 2 weeks after Lily's accident, they're on the garage roof under the stars. It's become their place, this flat roof overlooking the desert. They've dragged up an old blanket, and Maya lies with her head pillowed on Chase's shoulder, his arm around her. I never asked you about your company, Maya says quietly. Are you really okay stepping back? More than okay. Marcus is thriving as acting CEO. He's actually better at the day-to-day operations than I ever was. Turns out, I was micromanaging everything and making people miserable. Hard to imagine. He laughs. The company's doing great. Stock price is up. Employee satisfaction is up. Turns out I was the problem all along. You weren't the problem. You just needed to find what actually matters. I found her. She was under a Mustang covered in grease, giving me attitude about my Ferrari. Maya smiles in the darkness. That mechanic sounds pretty smart. Brilliant, actually. What do you do all day while I'm working? Don't you get bored? I've been learning. Taking online courses in mechanical engineering so I can actually be useful at the garage someday. Helping Rosie with her garden, which is harder than it looks. Teaching Lily coding basics, though she's more interested in dinosaurs than JavaScript. Reading books I never had time for. Walking around town, living. That's very different from running a billion-dollar company. That's the point. I spent so long achieving that I forgot to actually live. You reminded me how... Maya turns to face him, propping herself up on one elbow. I need you to know something. Something important. Okay. I'm not a project you can fix. I'm not a problem that needs solving. If we do this, really do this, it has to be because you want me. Not because you want to save me or prove something to yourself. I need to know this is real for you. Chase sits up, his expression serious in the starlight. Let me be very clear about something. I don't want to save you, Maya. You're not broken. You're incredible exactly as you are. What I want is to stand beside you while you save yourself, because you don't need me to do it. You're perfectly capable. But maybe you don't have to do everything alone anymore. Maybe that's what partners are for. Partners. If you'll have me, I know I'm still learning how to be human instead of just CEO. I know I'm going to mess up and be controlling and probably drive you crazy sometimes, but I'm trying, and I'm not going anywhere. You understand I come with a kid and a struggling business and no money and a tiny apartment and you're still talking like those are negatives. They're not. They're you, and I love you, all of you. The complications included. She kisses him, deeper this time, full of promise and possibility and trust she thought she'd never feel again. When they break apart, both are grinning like teenagers. So what happens now, she asks. Now we figure it out together. I'm thinking I might invest in expanding the garage. If you're interested in a business partner, a silent partner, a very vocal partner who brings coffee and doesn't know a carburetor from a catalytic converter, but is willing to learn. Who will handle the business side so you can focus on what you're brilliant at? Who'll be there when Lily has school events and when you need someone to vent to and when 3 a.m. finds you staring at bills, wondering how to make it work? That sounds perfect. Yeah, but Chase, I need you to promise me something. Anything. If you ever decide this isn't what you want, if you wake up one day and miss your old life, you'll tell me. You won't just disappear. You won't leave Lily wondering what she did wrong. You won't. He stops her with a kiss. I'm not your ex-husband. I'm not leaving. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Not ever. You're stuck with me, Maya Rodriguez. Better get used to it. I think I can manage that. They lie back on the blanket, Maya's head on Chase's shoulder, looking at stars that seem brighter somehow. For the first time in years, Maya feels hope. Real, solid hope that maybe this can work. Maybe fairy tales can happen to working-class mechanics in small Nevada towns. Maybe love doesn't care about bank accounts or zip codes or what kind of car you drive. Maybe some things money can't fix, but the right person can. And Chase Sullivan is definitely the right person. 3 weeks of happiness. 3 perfect weeks where Maya lets herself believe this can work, that fairy tales can happen to mechanics from nowhere towns. Chase becomes part of their daily rhythm in ways that feel inevitable, like he was always supposed to be there. Morning coffee together before Lily wakes, his arm around her waist as she makes eggs, stealing kisses between sips. Evenings on the garage roof, counting stars, his fingers threading through hers, talking about everything and nothing. Sundays at the diner, where the whole town can see them together, and Maya stops caring what people think because Chase looks at her like she's the only person in the room. She's happy, terrifyingly, vulnerably happy in a way she hasn't been since before her father died. She lets herself imagine a future. Maybe Chase moves in properly. Maybe they expand the garage together. Maybe Lily gets a little brother or sister. Maybe. Then Marcus calls. Maya is working on a transmission when she hears Chase's voice change. That CEO tone she hasn't heard in weeks, sharp and commanding and cold. She rolls out from under the car, wiping her hands, to see him pacing outside the garage. Phone pressed to his ear, his entire body language transforming. Gone is the relaxed man who laughed at breakfast. This is the billionaire who terrifies board members. I don't care what the board wants. Tell them. He pauses, listening, his jaw tightening with each second. How bad is it? Maya's stomach drops. She knows that expression. She's seen it before, back when he was the arrogant billionaire who thought money solved everything, before Ridgemont softened his edges. He ends the call and stands there, staring at his phone like it's betrayed him, his shoulders tense with stress she hasn't seen in weeks. What's wrong? Security breach. Someone hacked our system. Client data is compromised, millions of records, financial information, personal details, everything. It's bad. Maya, really bad. The kind of bad that destroys companies. What do you need to do? I have to go back to San Francisco. Today, right now. The board's in emergency session. Clients are threatening to pull contracts. The stock price is tanking. I have to... He runs his hands through his hair. That gesture she's learned means he's overwhelmed. I have to fix this. Okay, do what you need to do. I'm sorry, I know we had plans for tonight with Lily. That movie she wanted to see. Chase, it's fine. Your company needs you. Go. He looks at her, and she sees the internal struggle playing out across his face. The man who wants to stay versus the CEO who knows he has to leave. She watches the CEO win. It always does with men like him, doesn't it? The real world always calls them back. I'll be back in a few days. 4 at most. We'll make up the movie night, I promise. Sure, we'll be here. He kisses her quickly, already distracted, already mentally in San Francisco dealing with lawyers and board members and damage control. She watches him drive away and tells herself it's fine. This is what dating a billionaire means. His world will always call him back. The question is whether he'll want to return to hers. 4 days becomes a week, then 2. Chase calls daily, but the conversations grow shorter, more strained. He sounds exhausted, stressed, different. That softness that developed in Ridgemont hardens back into corporate efficiency. She can hear him becoming someone else again, someone she doesn't know. How's it going? Maya asks during one call, trying to sound supportive instead of abandoned. 18-hour days, board breathing down my neck every second, clients threatening lawsuits. Federal investigation into the breach. It's a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. I'm sorry, that sounds awful. Yeah, look. I have to go. Meeting in 5 minutes. Another crisis to manage. Chase, wait. I'll call you tomorrow. I promise. He does call every day, but it feels like obligation, not desire, like he's checking a box on his to-do list between conference calls. Call girlfriend, done, move to next item. Maya tries not to let it bother her. Tries not to notice how he's slipping back into old patterns, barking orders at his assistant in the background during their calls. scheduling video conferences during what used to be their evening talk time, cancelling plans with Lily because something came up. Tries not to see what she knows is coming. He's going back to that world, and there's no room for her there. There never was. 2 weeks after he left, a bank notification arrives. $100,000 has been deposited into an account in Maya's name, an account she didn't open, with a note, "For the garage, no strings, love, Chase." Maya stares at her phone, hands shaking, not from gratitude, from rage. He did it again, threw money at a problem without asking, decided what she needed without discussing it, treated her like a charity case, not a partner. She calls him immediately. He answers with that CEO voice. "Sullivan." "What the hell is this?" "Maya, what's wrong? You opened a bank account in my name and deposited $100,000. I wanted to help secure the garage. You've been worried about the long-term finances, so without asking me, I thought you'd be happy. You thought I'd be happy that you went behind my back and treated me like one of your projects, like someone who needs to be fixed. That's not what this is." "Then what is it? Because from here, it looks like you're trying to buy your way out of having to actually be present. Throw some money at the problem and check Maya off your list. That's not fair. I'm working 20-hour days trying to save my company, a company you said you were stepping back from, a company you said didn't matter as much as this. Maya, be reasonable. This is a crisis. I have to be here." "And the $100,000, was that part of the crisis management?" Silence, damning silence. "I was trying to help," he says finally. "I didn't ask for help. I asked for a partner, someone who would discuss big decisions with me instead of making them for me. I don't have time for committee decisions right now. I saw a problem and I solved it. I'm not a problem to solve, Chase. I'm a person, and you just proved you don't understand the difference. So what do you want me to do? Return the money? Apologize for trying to make your life easier? I want you to see that this is exactly what I was afraid of. You slipping back into CEO mode, thinking money fixes everything, treating me like someone you own instead of someone you love. I do love you. Do you, or do you love the idea of me? The novelty of the working-class mechanic who doesn't care about your money? Maya, that's not fair. You want to know what's not fair. Having my worst fears confirmed, I let myself believe you'd changed, that you saw me as an equal, but the second your real life called, you went right back to being the arrogant billionaire who thinks he knows what's best for everyone. I'm trying to balance everything. You're failing. And I can't do this anymore. I can't watch you become that person again. I can't let Lily get more attached when you're clearly already checked out. I haven't checked out. I'm dealing with a crisis. You've been gone 2 weeks. You barely call. When you do, you sound like you're on another planet. And now this. She gestures at her phone, even though he can't see her. This proves you never really left that world. You just visited mine. Maya, please. I need space. Don't call for a while. Don't send money. Just leave us alone. She hangs up before he can respond, before she starts crying, before she says things she can't take back. Rosie finds her 30 minutes later, sitting on the garage floor, tears streaming down her face. "Oh, baby girl, what happened?" "I was right all along. It was too good to be true." Rosie holds her while she sobs. Lily comes running in, sees her mother crying, and bursts into tears herself. The three of them sit on the garage floor, crying together, and Maya feels like she's lost something essential, something she can never get back. In San Francisco, Chase stares at his phone. She hung up on him. Maya actually hung up on him. He wants to call back, to explain, to make her understand. But his assistant is at the door with the next crisis, and the board meeting starts in 10 minutes, and there's a conference call with legal after that. He'll fix this later, when things calm down. Except things don't calm down. The crisis multiplies, more data breaches discovered, lawsuits filed, stock price dropping, employees panicking. The company he built from nothing is falling apart, and he's the only one who can save it. Days blur together. Coffee replaces sleep. Meals become whatever his assistant brings him at his desk. He snaps at people who don't deserve it, fires an employee for a minor mistake, becomes the version of himself he swore he'd left behind in Ridgemont. Marcus confronts him after a particularly brutal board meeting. "You're out of control. I'm handling the crisis. You're becoming the monster you used to be. This isn't you anymore. This is who I have to be to save the company." At what cost? You've driven away everyone who cares about you. You look like hell. You're mean again. Is this really worth it? I don't have a choice. There's always a choice. You're choosing the company over Maya. I'm doing this for Maya, to secure both our futures. Did she ask you to? Or are you using the company as an excuse to run away from something real? Chase doesn't answer, because he doesn't know the answer. Maybe Marcus is right. Maybe the crisis is just an excuse. Maybe he got scared when things got too real, when he realized loving Maya meant actually changing, not just taking a vacation from his old life. His phone buzzes. Derek calling. He ignores it. It buzzes again. Text message, "Call me. It's important." Chase steps into an empty conference room and calls his brother. "What's wrong?" "That's what I was going to ask you. Marcus called me, says you're spiraling." "I'm fine, just busy." "You're not fine. You're throwing away the best thing that ever happened to you because you're scared." "I'm not scared. I'm dealing with a legitimate crisis that Marcus could handle, that anyone could handle. But you won't let go of control because that's your defense mechanism. When life gets scary, you retreat into work. You always have." "Derek, no, listen. Victoria left because you cared more about work than the relationship. You're about to lose Maya the same way. And this time, it'll be your fault. Not because she's using you for money, not because you're incompatible, but because you're too scared to actually be vulnerable. I opened my life to her. I changed everything. You visited her life. You played house for a few weeks, but the second your real world called, you came running. That's not change, Chase. That's tourism. The words hit like a slap because they're true. Every word is painfully, devastatingly true. I don't know how to fix this. Start by being honest with yourself about what you want. If you want Maya and Lily and that life in Ridgemont, go back. If you want the company more, stay here. But make a choice. You can't have both while half-arsing everything. After Derek hangs up, Chase sits in the dark conference room, his empire crumbling around him, and realizes he's been here before, alone, successful by every measure that doesn't matter. Empty in all the ways that do. Maya discovers she's pregnant 3 weeks after the fight. She's been feeling off for days, exhausted beyond what work explains, nauseous in the mornings. Her period is 2 weeks late, but she told herself it was stress. Everything is stress lately. Crying herself to sleep every night is stressful. Watching Lily's confusion and hurt is stressful. Missing Chase while hating him at the same time is extremely stressful. But when she finally takes the test, standing in her tiny bathroom at 3 in the morning because she can't sleep anyway, the 2 pink lines appear instantly. No waiting, no ambiguity, just immediate, undeniable confirmation. Pregnant, with Chase Sullivan's baby. A baby conceived during one of those perfect nights on the garage roof when she believed in forever, when his hands were gentle on her skin and he whispered, "I love you," like a prayer. When she thought they were building something real, she slides down to sit on the bathroom floor, Test clutched in shaking hands. She should tell him. She knows she should. That's what partners do. What co-parents do, even broken-up co-parents. But the thought of him throwing money at this problem too, of him setting up trust funds and making decisions without her input, of him using this baby as another thing to control, another problem to solve with his checkbook. She can't. He'll want to do the right thing, probably propose out of obligation, move her to San Francisco into some penthouse where she'll be his kept woman, his charity case, the mechanic he knocked up and had to take care of. He'll mean well. He'll think he's being noble, but it won't be love, it'll be duty. And Maya would rather raise this baby alone than watch Chase marry her because he has to. So she tells no one, not Rosie, who would lecture her about honesty. Not Lily, who would be thrilled about a baby sibling and immediately want to call Chase. She works through the morning sickness, keeps a bucket in the garage bathroom, pretends the exhaustion is just stress and poor sleep. She wears baggy coveralls that hide the slight thickening of her waist, drinks ginger tea instead of coffee, and lies to everyone who cares about her, including herself. Because part of her knows this is wrong. Part of her knows Chase deserves to know he's going to be a father, but the hurt, angry part of her that feels betrayed and abandoned doesn't care what he deserves. And she doesn't call Chase, even when she wants to. Even when she sees his name pop up on Rosie's phone because he started calling her, trying to get information about Maya, even when Lily cries herself to sleep asking where Mr. Chase went and why he doesn't love them anymore, and Maya has to hold her daughter and lie that sometimes grown-ups need space, when what she really means is sometimes billionaires remember they're too good for us. Especially then. A month after their fight, a notification appears on her phone. A celebrity gossip site she follows out of bored curiosity, mindless scrolling when insomnia keeps her awake. The headline stops her cold. Tech billionaire Chase Sullivan spotted with ex-fiancée Victoria Ashford at exclusive San Francisco restaurant. The photo shows them at an upscale restaurant, one of those places with cloth napkins and wine lists as thick as novels. Victoria looks stunning in a designer dress that probably costs more than Maya's monthly income. Chase looks tired but handsome in a charcoal suit. They're sitting close, heads bent together over the table, deep in conversation. It looks intimate, romantic, like they belong together in that world of wealth and elegance. Maya knows photos lie, knows angles deceive, knows context matters. But her insecurities scream louder than logic. This is proof. He went back to his world, back to women like Victoria who fit in, who understand stock portfolios and charity galas. Women who wouldn't embarrass him at fancy restaurants because they know which fork to use. Women who belong at his side, back to where he belongs. She deletes his number from her phone with shaking fingers, blocks him on everything she can think of. It's over, really, truly over, and maybe it's better this way, cleaner. She'll raise this baby alone, like she's raised Lily. The Rodriguez women don't need billionaires. They never did. 2 days later, an article appears in Forbes. Maya sees it on a newsstand when she stops for gas. Chase's face on the cover. Chase Sullivan on the crisis that nearly destroyed his company and what he learned from small-town life. She buys it, hates herself for buying it, reads it in her truck in the gas station parking lot while Lily is at school. The relevant quote jumps out like a slap. My time away from San Francisco gave me perspective on how the other half lives. It reminded me why I built this company in the first place. Sometimes you need to step outside your comfort zone to appreciate what you have. How the other half lives. Like she's a sociology experiment, like Ridgemont was a field trip to study poverty tourism, like she and Lily were just interesting subjects for his personal growth journey, lessons he learned before returning to his real life. Maya crumples the magazine and throws it across the truck. She was right all along. He was slumming, playing at being normal, and now he's back to his real life, telling reporters about the quaint mechanic who taught him valuable lessons about appreciating his wealth and privilege. She puts her hand on her still flat stomach, feels the slight firmness that wasn't there a month ago. It's just us, baby, just like it's always been, just like it'll always be. We don't need him. But her heart breaks anyway. Breaks for the future they won't have. Breaks for Lily, who lost someone she loved. Breaks for the baby who will never know their father. Breaks for herself, for daring to believe in something impossible. She drives home and cries in the garage bathroom where no one can see, where she's safe to fall apart, where her daughter won't worry, where the world can't judge her for being stupid enough to fall for a billionaire's lies. Chase sees the Forbes article and wants to punch something. That's not what he said. That's not what he meant at all. The reporter twisted his words, took them out of context, made it sound like Ridgemont was some poverty tourism instead of the place he found home, the place he found love, the place he found himself. He calls the magazine immediately, demands a retraction. They laugh. It's a quote. They say. His words. How can they retract his words? He tries to explain, tries to tell them what he actually meant. That Ridgemont taught him about real value, that Maya showed him what actually matters, that he learned more from her in 3 weeks than he learned in 3 decades of business success. But they don't care. The article is already in print, already online, already doing damage he can't undo. He calls Maya immediately, goes straight to voicemail, the generic one, not her voice. He texts, message doesn't deliver, green bubble. She blocked him. Panic sets in. Real visceral panic that has nothing to do with stock prices or client retention. She saw the article. She believes the twisted version instead of the truth. She thinks he was using her, studying her, slumming in her world before returning to his own. He drives to Ridgemont, 5 hours of highway going 80 miles per hour, breaking every speed limit, not caring about tickets or safety. He has to fix this, has to make her understand, has to save the only thing that ever really mattered. He pulls up to the garage at sunset to find Bill working alone. The bay doors open, classic rock playing from the old radio. Where's Maya? Bill looks up. Recognition and something like pity crossing his face. Not here. And she told me if you showed up, I should tell you to leave. I need to talk to her. That article, it wasn't what it sounds like. They twisted everything. She doesn't want to talk to you. Something about an article and a photo with your ex-girlfriend. Chase closes his eyes. The Victoria photo. He forgot about that. Marcus set up that dinner as a business meeting. Victoria representing her family's investment firm. They talked about portfolios and market trends for an hour. It meant nothing, but in a photo, without context, it looks like everything. It wasn't what it looked like. None of it is what it looks like. Chase. Bill's voice is kind but firm, the voice of someone who's seen this story before. She's been crying for weeks. That little girl keeps asking where you went, why you don't visit anymore. You want to help. Let them heal. Stop making this harder. I love her. Then love her enough to give her space. If you really love her, you'll respect that she doesn't want to see you right now. I made mistakes. I know I did, but I can fix this. I can explain. Can you? Or are you just going to make more promises you can't keep? That girl doesn't need more heartbreak, Chase. Neither does that kid. If you can't be all in, if you can't choose them over everything else, then leaving them alone is the kindest thing you can do. Chase stands there, the sunset painting the Nevada desert in shades of orange and red, the garage where he fell in love 50 feet away but infinitely out of reach. Bill is right. He knows Bill is right, but walking away from Maya feels like cutting out his own heart. Tell her I'm sorry, he says finally. Tell her I never meant to hurt her. Tell her the article was wrong. Tell her I love her. Tell her yourself, when you figured out how to actually be the man she deserves. Chase drives back to San Francisco feeling like he's left his heart in Ridgemont, because he has. It's there with a woman who won't take his calls, and a child who used to think he hung the moon, and a life he wants, but doesn't know how to reach, and he has no idea how to get it back. In his empty penthouse that night, surrounded by expensive furniture that means nothing, he makes a decision. The wrong decision, probably, but the only one he can think of right now. He'll give her space. He'll let her heal. He'll prove he's changed by staying away. What he doesn't know, what he can't know, is that Maya is carrying his child, that every day he stays away makes her more convinced he never really cared, that the space he's giving her feels like abandonment, that sometimes the kindest thing and the right thing are two completely different things, and he's chosen wrong. Chase spends 3 weeks trying to win Maya back from San Francisco, flowers delivered to the garage. She sends them back, gift baskets for Lily. Rosie accepts them but doesn't pass them along. A new diagnostic computer for the garage worth $20,000. Bill refuses delivery. Everything he tries makes it worse. Every gesture screams, rich guy throwing money at problems. Every attempt proves he hasn't learned a thing. Marcus finds him in his office at 2 a.m, staring at his phone like he can will Maya to call back. "You look like hell." "Thanks. The company's stable. Crisis is over." "Stock price is recovering. You should be celebrating." "Don't feel much like celebrating." Marcus sits down across from him. "You're doing this wrong, you know." "Doing what wrong?" "Trying to win her back." Grand gestures don't work when trust is broken. You need to show her you've changed through actions, not expensive gifts. "I sent her flowers." "She doesn't want flowers. She wants you. The real you. Not the CEO who thinks money solves everything." "I don't know how to be that person from here." "Then maybe you need to stop being here." The next day, Derek calls. He's been talking to Marcus. They've formed an intervention team without Chase's knowledge or permission. Chase is both annoyed and grateful. "You need to go back to Ridgemont," Derek says without preamble. "She won't see me. Then make her see you. Move there. Work at her garage. Prove you've changed through consistency, not grand gestures." "I can't just abandon the company." "Marcus can run it. That's literally his job. You made him acting CEO for a reason. Let him do it." "What if I go back and she still won't forgive me?" "Then at least you tried. But sitting in San Francisco sending expensive gifts, that's not trying. That's cowardice. The words sting because they're true. Chase has been hiding behind his money, using it as a shield the way he always has. But money didn't win Maya the first time. His presence did. His willingness to be vulnerable, his genuine transformation. He needs to do that again, only this time he needs to mean it permanently. Chase arrives in Ridgemont on a Tuesday morning. No warning, no announcement. He rents a month-to-month apartment above the hardware store, a tiny one-bedroom with creaky floors and a shower that barely works. It's smaller than his walk-in closet in San Francisco. It's perfect. He shows up at the garage at 7 a.m., wearing jeans and a plain t-shirt, work boots from the hardware store downstairs. Maya is already there, under a sedan, music playing. She doesn't hear him approach. "I'd like to apply for a job." She rolls out so fast she nearly hits her head. When she sees him, her expression cycles through shock, anger, and something that might be hope before settling on cold fury. "What are you doing here?" "I told you. Applying for a job." "I don't have any openings. I'll work for free, minimum wage, whatever you want. I just want to learn." "Chase, go home." "I am home. I rented an apartment above the hardware store, month-to-month lease. I'm staying. For how long? A week? Until you get bored again? As long as it takes. As long as what takes? For you to believe I've changed. For you to forgive me. For you to give me another chance." Maya stands up, crosses her arms. She's wearing baggy coveralls that hide her shape, her hair pulled back in a ponytail. She looks tired, beautiful and tired, and so guarded it breaks his heart. I can't do this again. I can't let you back in just to watch you leave. I'm not leaving. I quit as CEO. Marcus is running the company permanently. I'm consulting remotely a few hours a week. That's it. My life is here now, whether you forgive me or not. You're lying. I'm not. Call Marcus if you don't believe me. She stares at him for a long moment. Why? Because I was wrong. About everything. The article, the money, the crisis. I let fear make my decisions. I retreated into work because it's safe, and I know how to do it. But I don't want safe anymore. I want real. I want you. Pretty speech. Did you rehearse it? About 50 times on the drive here. Despite everything, her mouth twitches, almost a smile. Then the walls come back up. I don't need another employee. Then let me volunteer. I'll sweep floors, take out trash, answer phones, anything. I just want to be near you while I prove I've changed. Chase, please. I'm not asking for forgiveness. Not yet. I'm asking for a chance to earn it. She studies him, looking for the lie, the angle, the manipulation. He lets her look. He has nothing to hide anymore. Fine. You can work here, minimum wage. You follow my orders. You don't make decisions without asking. You're not my boyfriend or my business partner. You're an employee. That's it. Deal. And Chase, if you leave again, if you hurt Lily again, I will never forgive you. Understood. Understood. She turns back to the sedan, dismissing him. There's a broom in the back. Start with the floor. So Chase sweeps. He, who owns a company worth billions, sweeps the garage floor, and he's never felt more hopeful in his life. The first week is brutal. Maya gives him every terrible job she can think of, scrubbing oil stains off concrete, organizing parts in the sweltering storage room, cleaning the bathrooms, taking out trash that smells like death. He does it all without complaint. The town watches with fascination. Gossip spreads fast in Ridgemont. The billionaire is back, working minimum wage at the garage he used to own a Ferrari. Opinion is split. Some think he's genuinely changed. Others think he's playing games. Lily finds out he's back on day 3. She runs into the garage after school, sees him organizing wrenches, and freezes. Mr. Chase? Hey, kiddo. She walks over slowly, cautious in a way that kills him. She used to run to him. Now she's scared he'll disappear again. Are you back? Like, really back? I'm back. I'm sorry I left. I made a big mistake. Mommy cried a lot. I heard her at night. I know. I'm sorry. I'm going to make it right. Promise. He wants to promise, wants to swear he'll never hurt them again. But he's learned that words mean nothing without actions. I'm going to try really hard. Is that okay? Lily considers this. Then she hugs him. Her small arms tight around his waist. Chase holds her and tries not to cry. Maya watches from across the garage, her expression unreadable. Then she turns back to her work, but Chase sees her wipe her eyes. It's a start. 2 weeks in, Chase is covered in grease, exhausted, and happier than he's been in months. He's learning mechanics slowly. He's terrible at it, but Bill is patient, and Maya occasionally corrects him without insult. They haven't talked about anything personal. She's professional, distant, treating him exactly like an employee, but sometimes he catches her watching him, and there's something in her eyes that isn't anger. Then Hank Morrison shows up. Chase is taking out trash when a sleek car pulls up. A man in an expensive suit emerges, carrying a briefcase. Chase recognizes the predatory smile. He's worn it himself in business deals. The man walks into the garage where Maya is working. Ms. Rodriguez, Hank Morrison, we need to discuss your property situation. Maya emerges from under a truck, wiping her hands. I don't have a property situation. Actually, you do. I've discovered a discrepancy in your title. An easement from 1957 that gives the bank certain rights. I'm prepared to offer you $50,000 for the property. Cash. Today, this garage isn't for sale. It will be when the bank exercises its legal options. I'm offering you a way out with dignity and profit. Chase steps closer, listening. Something feels wrong. What easement? Maya asks. It's complicated legal language, but essentially, if certain conditions aren't met, the bank can force a sale. Those conditions haven't been met. I have the paperwork here. He pulls out documents, official-looking, intimidating. Maya takes them, her face paling as she reads. This can't be legal. It is. Check with your lawyer. Oh, wait, you can't afford a lawyer, can you? That's why I'm being generous. Take the 50,000, walk away, start over somewhere else. Chase can't stay quiet anymore. Can I see those documents? Morrison looks at him like he's an annoying insect. Who are you? Someone who knows legal documents. May I? Maya hands them over, suspicion and hope warring in her eyes. Chase reads quickly. His business degree isn't in real estate law, but he's reviewed enough contracts to know bullshit when he sees it. This easement doesn't say what you think it says. I'm sorry. Are you a lawyer? No. But I've closed enough deals to spot fake legal justification. This easement is about water rights, not property transfer, and it expired in 1992. You're trying to scam her. Morrison's smile disappears. You don't know what you're talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I also know I can afford better lawyers than you can imagine. If you continue harassing Miss Rodriguez, I'll bury you in legal fees. Now get off her property. Morrison looks between them, calculating. Then he grabs his papers and leaves, tires squealing as he speeds away. Maya stares at Chase. Did you just threaten him? I stated facts. There's a difference. You said you'd bury him in legal fees, and I will, if he comes back. But I won't do anything without asking you first. This is your property, your decision. I'm just offering to help. Why? Because some things money can't fix, but the right person can. And I'm trying to be the right person for you. She looks at him for a long moment, then something in her face softens, just a little, but it's there. Thank you. Always. That night, Maya asks him to stay after closing. Lily is with Rosie. They sit on the garage bench, exhausted from the day. I can't afford to fight someone like Morrison if he comes back with real lawyers. You won't have to. I already called my legal team. They're reviewing the title for free. If there are any real issues, we'll handle them. I can't let you pay for lawyers. You're not. They're on retainer anyway. This is what they do. And before you argue, this isn't me making decisions for you. This is me offering resources. You can say no. She's quiet for a moment. I'm scared to trust you again. I know. You hurt me, really hurt me. And Lily, the way she looked at me when you left, asking what she did wrong. I can't go through that again. I know. And I'm so sorry. I wish I could take it back. I wish I'd made different choices, but I can't. All I can do is show you every day that I'm different now. Are you, or are you just on vacation from your real life again? This is my real life. San Francisco was the vacation, the life where I could hide behind work and pretend I was happy. This is real. You're real, and I don't want to lose that. We're broken, Chase. I don't know if we can fix this. Then let me try. Let me show you, not through grand gestures or expensive gifts, just through being here, day after day, proving I've changed. She looks at him, tears in her eyes. I want to believe you. Then believe me. I love you, Maya. I love Lily. I love this life, and I'm not going anywhere. Don't make promises you can't keep. I'm not. I'm making promises I'll die keeping. They sit in silence, the weight of everything between them. Then Maya speaks, her voice barely audible. I'm pregnant. The world stops. Chase's heart stops. Everything stops. What? I'm pregnant. About 3 months. It's yours. He stares at her, processing. Pregnant. She's carrying his child, their child. A baby conceived during those perfect weeks when he thought nothing could go wrong. Why didn't you tell me? Because I was scared you'd come back out of obligation. Because I didn't want your money or your guilt. Because I thought you'd moved on with Victoria. Because I was hurt and angry and I wanted to prove I didn't need you. Maya. But I do need you. I hate that I need you. But I do. I can't do this alone. I thought I could, but I'm terrified. And Lily keeps asking about you, and I'm pregnant, and everything is falling apart, and I need help. I need you. She's crying now, really crying, the wall's finally down. Chase pulls her into his arms, and she doesn't resist. She collapses against him, sobbing, and he holds her like she's the most precious thing in the world, because she is. I'm here. I'm not leaving. I promise you, I'm not leaving. You promise? I promise. We're having a baby, Maya. That's the most incredible thing anyone's ever told me. I'm scared too, terrified, but I'm also happy, so happy I could cry. You're not mad I didn't tell you. I'm mad at myself for giving you reason not to trust me. But no, I'm not mad. I'm grateful you're telling me now. I'm so scared. Me too, but we'll figure it out together. Okay? Together. She nods against his chest. They sit there in the darkening garage, holding each other, and Chase feels something shift, something fundamental. This isn't just about winning her back anymore. This is about building a family. About being the man she and their children need. I love you, he whispers. I love you so much, and I love our baby. And I'm going to prove every day that you can trust me. Don't leave again. Please don't leave again. Never. I'm staying right here, for as long as you'll have me, forever, if you'll let me. She pulls back to look at him, tears on her face, but something like hope in her eyes. Some things money can't fix, but the right person can. He smiles through his own tears. Am I the right person you're trying to be? That's enough for now. And then she kisses him, soft and tentative and full of all the fear and hope and love she's been holding back. He kisses her back gently, reverently, like she's made of something precious and breakable. When they break apart, both are crying and smiling. We're having a baby, she says, wonder in her voice. We're having a baby, he confirms. And I'm going to be there for every minute of it, every doctor's appointment, every midnight craving, every kick and hiccup and moment. I'm all in, Maya, completely. You promise? I promise. On everything I have, on everything I am, I promise. She believes him. He can see it in her eyes. The trust isn't fully back yet. That will take time. But it's starting. And that's enough. They have time now. They have forever. 3 months pass in careful rebuilding. Maya's belly grows, a visible reminder of the future they're creating together. At 5 months, she's showing unmistakably, her coveralls stretched tight over the curve. At 6 months, she has to buy new clothes because nothing fits. At 7 months, she moves more slowly, one hand always on her lower back, the other on her belly. Chase proves himself day after day, showing up at the garage before she arrives, staying late to help close up, learning to anticipate her needs before she voices them. He becomes the partner she needs instead of the hero she doesn't want. When she's too tired to finish a job, he steps in without being asked. When her back hurts, his hands are there, kneading the tight muscles. When she craves weird food combinations at midnight, he drives to 3 different stores to find pickle ice cream. The town watches their careful dance with interest and growing approval. Some who bet against them lose money gladly. Others who rooted for them quietly feel vindicated. Rosie just smiles knowingly every time she sees them together. That "I told you so" expression she's perfected over decades. Chase has learned to change oil without help, can diagnose basic engine problems by sound, and no longer flinches when Maya corrects him in front of customers. He's become friends with Bill, who treats him like the son he never had. They eat lunch at the diner with the mechanics from the shop down the street, trading stories and jokes like they've known each other for years. Chase knows everyone's names and their stories. Mrs. Henderson's arthritis, Joe's daughter's college plans, the Petersons' 40th wedding anniversary coming up. He's become part of Ridgemont, not a visitor, not a tourist, not the billionaire slumming in a small town, a resident, a neighbor, one of them. Maya feels it in small ways that add up to everything. The way he knows her coffee order without asking, decaf now because of the baby, with 2 sugars and a splash of cream. How he remembers that Lily has show and tell on Thursdays and helps her prepare presentations the night before. The way he rubs her swollen feet after long days without being asked, his strong hands working out the aches while she moans in relief. How he's converted the spare bedroom in his tiny apartment into a nursery, painting walls a soft yellow because they don't know the baby's gender yet, and yellow works for everyone. Assembling a crib with instructions he had to read 3 times, hanging mobile stars from the ceiling because their baby will love stars like they do. "I want to ask you something," Chase says one evening. They're on the garage roof, their place, watching the sun set over the desert in shades of orange and pink and purple. Maya is 6 months pregnant now, her belly rounded and obvious under Chase's old Stanford t-shirt. The baby kicks regularly, little flutters and thumps that make her gasp and laugh, and sometimes wince when the kicks hit her ribs. "Okay," she says, suspicious. "Why do you sound nervous?" "Not yet. I need help first." "Help with what?" "Planning." The next day, Chase enlists Rosie and Lily as co-conspirators. Maya finds out later that he sat in Rosie's kitchen eating cookies while Lily drew elaborate plans on construction paper involving 1,000,000 flowers and sparkles everywhere and maybe fireworks. "I want to ask your mum to marry me," he tells Lily seriously, treating her like the important consultant she is. "But I want to do it right." "What does she love?" "Dinosaurs," Lily says immediately, because in her world, everyone loves dinosaurs. "I think you love dinosaurs, kiddo. What does Mommy love? What makes her happy?" Lily thinks hard, her face scrunched up in concentration. "She loves our roof and stars, and when you make her laugh, and she cries when you're nice to me. Happy crying, not sad crying. Those are perfect ideas." "Will you help me plan something special?" "Really, I can help." "I need you to help a lot. This has to be perfect for her." Lily practically vibrates with excitement. "Can there be sparkles?" "Definitely sparkles." Rosie provides practical wisdom accumulated over 72 years of life. "Don't make it too fancy. Maya don't need grand gestures or expensive things. She needs genuine, personal, something that shows you know her heart, not just her dress size." "I have an idea, but I'll need your help getting her there without her getting suspicious." "Baby girl, I've been waiting for you to get your head out of your behind for months. Of course I'll help." 2 weeks later, Rosie insists Maya take an evening off. "You've been working too hard. You're pregnant. You need rest. That baby needs rest. I have 3 cars to finish. Bill and Chase can handle it. They're not incompetent. Go home. Take a bath. Put your feet up. Relax for once in your life." Maya is too tired to argue. Her back aches. Her feet are swollen. The baby has been doing acrobatics on her bladder all day. She drives home to find Lily waiting on the apartment steps, bouncing with barely contained excitement, holding an envelope. "Mr. Chase says to read this. It's important." Inside is a note in Chase's handwriting, the same blocky letters he uses on work orders. "Meet me on the roof at sunset. Wear something comfortable. Bring your sense of humor. Love. C." "He's been planning something," Lily says, bouncing on her toes. "But I can't tell you what because it's a super-duper secret." "A secret, huh? The best secret ever. And I helped. But I can't say how I helped because that's part of the secret. You're very good at keeping secrets." "I know." She puffs up with pride. At sunset, Maya climbs to the garage roof, moving carefully on the ladder because pregnancy and ladders don't mix well. She's wearing jeans and one of Chase's old t-shirts that fits over her belly, her most comfortable maternity outfit. Her hair is down, no makeup, exactly as comfortable as he suggested. The roof has been transformed, blankets spread out with pillows creating a cozy nest. Battery-powered lanterns creating soft, warm light as the sun sets. A picnic basket sits in the center, and she can smell food from the diner. And Chase, wearing jeans and a button-down shirt she's never seen, looking nervous in a way that makes her heart squeeze. What's all this? A proposal. If you'll let me. Her breath catches. Her hand goes to her belly automatically. Chase. Let me talk first. I've been rehearsing for weeks. If I don't say it now, I'll forget everything. She sits on the blankets carefully, lowering herself down with the grace of someone very pregnant. He sits across from her, taking her hands in his. His hands are rough now, calloused from real work. She loves that about him. Maya Rodriguez. 6 months ago, my Ferrari broke down on a desert highway. I was furious. Desperate, completely out of control. I had a $200 million deal that seemed like the most important thing in the world, and I walked into a garage where a woman covered in grease told me some things money can't fix. You were right. Money couldn't fix my car in 2 hours, but you could. Money couldn't fix my empty life, but you could. Money couldn't fix my broken heart, but you did. Tears start sliding down Maya's face. Pregnancy hormones make her cry at everything. But this is different. This is real. You taught me what actually matters, not success or wealth or power, not board meetings or stock prices or how many zeros are in my bank account, but connection, love, family. Being present instead of always achieving the next thing. You showed me that the best parts of life can't be bought or negotiated. They have to be earned through showing up, day after day, and being real with another person. Chase, I'm not done. He smiles through his own tears. I messed up. I hurt you. I let fear make me run back to what was safe instead of fighting for what was real. I chose my company over you, and it was the worst decision I've ever made. But you gave me another chance. You let me prove I'd changed. You let me back in your life, into Lily's life, and now into our baby's life. And every day I get to spend with you, and Lily is a gift I'll never take for granted. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a ring box, opens it to reveal a simple gold band with a single small diamond. Not ostentatious, not a billionaire's ring meant to impress, just beautiful and classic and perfect. This was my grandmother's. My father's mother. She died when I was 15. The only family heirloom I have that actually means something. She and my grandfather were married 53 years. She once told me the secret wasn't finding the perfect person. It was choosing your person every single day, not because it was easy, not because they never annoyed you or frustrated you or made you want to scream, but because it was worth it. Because love is a choice you make again and again. It's beautiful, Maya whispers. Maya, I want to choose you every day for the rest of my life. I want to be your partner, your equal, the person who stands beside you while you do incredible things. I want to raise our children together. I want to grow old arguing about carburetors and teaching our kids to count stars. I want to learn everything about you and still find new things to discover. I want boring Tuesdays and exciting Saturdays and lazy Sunday mornings. I want everything as long as it's with you. Will you marry me? She's crying too hard to speak. She nods instead, launching herself at him as well as her pregnant belly allows. He catches her, laughing and crying, and slides the ring onto her finger. It fits perfectly. Is that a yes? Yes, you ridiculous, wonderful man. Yes, I'll marry you. Thank God, because Lily helped me plan this, and she'll never let me hear the end of it if you said no. She has opinions about the wedding already. Strong opinions. Maya laughs through tears. You got our daughter in on this. She insisted, said you love the roof and stars and when I make you laugh. So here we are, roof, stars, and I'm desperately trying to be funny. You're doing fine, just fine, better than fine, perfect. He kisses her, soft and sweet and full of promise and future. When they break apart, both are grinning through tears, the desert sunset painting everything gold. There's food in the basket. Real food, not fancy food. Sandwiches from the diner. Rosie's potato salad. Those cookies Lily loves. Perfect. They eat and watch stars appear, his hand on her belly feeling their baby kick, talking about the future they're building together. It's not fancy, not billionaire grand gesture, just real and perfect and exactly what Maya needs. When do you want to get married? Chase asks. Soon, before I'm too pregnant to fit in a dress. Tomorrow, she laughs. Maybe give me a few weeks to plan. Besides, Lily will want to be flower girl. We need time to get her a dress. Fair point. How about a month from now? A month. Small ceremony. Just family and close friends. In Ridgemont. Where else would we get married? This is home. Home, he agrees, kissing her forehead. This is definitely home. Wedding planning with Maya is nothing like Chase expected. No wedding planners or venues that cost more than cars. Instead, they plan it themselves with help from the community. The ceremony will be in the town park. The same park where they first kissed again after Portland, where Lily plays on weekends, where life happens. Rosie coordinates everything with military precision. Lily designs invitations on construction paper, each one unique and covered in glitter. Bill offers to walk Maya down the aisle since her father can't. The diner caters the reception. The entire town is invited because that's how things work in Ridgemont. Maya finds a simple white dress that accommodates her 6-month pregnant belly. Not a fancy wedding gown, just a pretty dress that makes her feel beautiful. Lily's flower girl dress is purple, her choice, with sparkles, also her choice. Derek flies in with his family. Jace's parents come too, stiff and uncomfortable in small-town Nevada but trying their best. Marcus arrives with his wife, grinning at how happy Chase looks. You were right, Chase tells Marcus the night before the wedding. About everything. I needed this, needed her. I'm always right. You should listen to me more often. Shut up. Make me a billionaire. Oh wait, you're not one anymore. You're just a mechanic who happens to have money. Best career change I ever made. The morning of the wedding, Chase is more nervous than he's been for any business deal. Derek helps him with his tie, a simple navy suit that Maya picked out because she said expensive ones are just for show. You good? Derek asks. Terrified. That's how you know it's real. She's 7 months pregnant with my baby. It's definitely real. I'm proud of you, little brother. You found what actually matters. Took me long enough. Better late than never. At the park, chairs are set up in rows. Bunting hangs in trees. Wildflowers picked by Lily and her friends decorate everything. It's simple and perfect, and so Maya that Chase's throat tightens. The ceremony is short. Small-town mayor officiating. Lily stands beside Maya, holding a basket of flower petals she's already scattered everywhere out of excitement. Chase stands with Derek as best man, Marcus beside him. When Maya appears at the end of the aisle, Chase forgets to breathe. She's beautiful, glowing with pregnancy and happiness, her hair down in waves, that simple dress showing off her curves, her smile radiant. Bill walks her down, pride evident in every step. They wrote their own vows. Chase goes first. Maya, when I walked into your garage 6 months ago, I thought I needed you to fix my car. I didn't realize you were going to fix my entire life. You taught me that success isn't about how much money you make or how many deals you close. It's about who you come home to, who makes you laugh, who challenges you to be better. You're my home, Maya. You and Lily and this baby we're about to have. You're everything that matters. I promise to choose you every single day, to be your partner, not your boss, to listen before deciding, to be present instead of always planning the next thing. I promise to love you and our children with everything I am. Some things money can't fix, but the right person can. You fixed me, Maya, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life proving I'm the right person for you too. There isn't a dry eye in the audience. Maya wipes her tears and takes her turn. Chase Sullivan, 6 months ago you were the most arrogant man I'd ever met. You walked into my garage in an expensive suit, demanding I fix your Ferrari in 2 hours, and I thought, this guy is the worst. But then I fixed your car, and you kept coming back. Not for the car, for me, for us. You showed me that people can change, that love doesn't care about bank accounts or zip codes, that vulnerability is strength, not weakness. You proved yourself every single day, not through grand gestures but through showing up. Through sweeping floors and learning mechanics and being patient with Lily and rubbing my feet when they hurt, you became my partner in every way that matters. I love you, not because of what you have or what you can do for me, but because of who you are. The man who chooses us every day. I promise to choose you right back, to challenge you when you need it, to support you always, to build this life together. Some things money can't fix, but the right person can. You're my right person, Chase. Always. The mayor barely finishes You May Kiss the Bride before Chase is kissing her, dipping her carefully because of her belly, making her laugh against his mouth. Lily cheers. The crowd applauds. Rosie is crying. Derek is grinning. And Chase feels complete in a way he never has before. They're married, actually married, building a family, creating a life. This is what happiness feels like. The reception is perfect chaos. Food from the diner served buffet style, music from someone's portable speaker, kids running everywhere, Lily dancing with anyone who will dance with her, her purple dress sparkling in the late afternoon sun. Chase dances with Maya, careful of her belly, swaying to a slow song. Mrs. Sullivan, I'm keeping Rodriguez. Hyphenating, Rodriguez Sullivan. Even better, Mrs. Rodriguez Sullivan. That's a mouthful. It's perfect. You're perfect. I'm 7 months pregnant, sweating in this dress, and I have to pee every 5 minutes. I'm far from perfect. You're perfect to me. She kisses him, soft and sweet. I love you, you ridiculous man. I love you too. Derek gives a speech about how his brother was insufferable before Maya and tolerable after. Marcus tells embarrassing stories from their Stanford days. Rosie cries through her entire toast about watching Maya grow up and finding the love she deserves. Lily gives her own speech, which is mostly about how she's going to be the best big sister ever and teach the baby everything about dinosaurs. As the sun sets, Chase and Maya cut a simple 2-tier cake from the local bakery. They feed each other gently, laughing when frosting gets on Maya's nose. They dance again as stars appear, the same stars they counted on the garage roof 6 months ago when everything fell apart and started coming back together. No regrets? Maya asks. Not a single one. You? Just one. His heart stops. What? I regret not trusting you sooner, not giving you another chance sooner. We lost time being stubborn. We have plenty of time now. Yeah, we do. They sway together, her pregnant belly between them, their baby moving and kicking, and Chase thinks about the future, about teaching their kids to work on cars, about Lily being a big sister, about grey hair and wrinkles and arguing about whose turn it is to take out the trash, about ordinary, perfect days that money could never buy. This is what he left San Francisco for. This is what actually matters, and he's never looking back. The morning of the wedding dawns clear and perfect, the Nevada sky, that brilliant blue that only exists in the desert. Maya wakes in her mother's guest room, surrounded by her sisters and cousins who drove up from Arizona for the celebration. Her mother fusses over her dress, adjusting the simple white fabric that flows over her 7-month pregnant belly. "You look beautiful, Mija," her mother says, tears in her eyes. "Your father would be so proud." Maya's throat tightens. She wishes her father could be here, could walk her down the aisle, could meet Chase and see that his daughter found someone who loves her completely. He knows, her sister Sophia says gently. He's watching, and he's happy for you. Rosie arrives with Lily, who's practically vibrating with excitement in her purple, sparkly dress. She's been talking about being flower girl for weeks, practicing her walk down the aisle every night before bed. "Mommy, you're so pretty," Lily gasps. "Like a princess. You're the pretty one, baby." "That dress is perfect. Mr. Chase is gonna cry when he sees you. He cries a lot now, happy crying. Everyone laughs. It's true." Chase has become more emotional since moving to Ridgemont, letting himself feel things instead of pushing them down. At the park, Chase is having his own emotional morning. Derek helps him with his tie, the simple navy suit fitting perfectly. Chase's hands shake slightly. "You good?" Derek asks. "I'm about to marry the most incredible woman I've ever met while she's 7 months pregnant with my baby. I'm terrified and thrilled, and I think I might throw up." "That's how you know it's real. She's everything, Derek. Everything I didn't know I needed. What if I mess this up?" "You won't. You already chose her every day for 3 months. Today's just making it official." Marcus knocks on the door of the small changing room. "Ready to do this? More than ready." They walk out to find the park transformed. White chairs arranged in neat rows facing a simple arch covered in wildflowers. Bunting hangs between trees. A small stage set up for the band later. Tables scattered around for the reception. It's simple and beautiful, and so perfectly Maya that Chase's chest tightens. Guests arrive, the entire town, it seems. Mechanics from down the street, diner regulars, Mrs. Henderson with her arthritis. The Petersons celebrating their 40th anniversary next month. Bill in a suit that looks uncomfortable but proud, Chase's parents, his mother in designer clothes that stand out against the casual small-town atmosphere. But she's smiling genuinely for the first time in years. She told Chase last night that she's never seen him this happy. The mayor, serving as officiant, takes his position. The band starts playing. Derek and Marcus stand with Chase as groomsmen. Bill will walk Maya down the aisle, the honor he accepted with tears in his eyes. Lily appears first, taking her flower girl duties very seriously. She walks slowly, carefully scattering purple petals, her tongue poking out in concentration. When she reaches the front, she grins at Chase and gives him a thumbs up. The crowd chuckles. Then Maya appears. Chase forgets to breathe. She's beautiful. No veil. Hair down in soft waves with wildflowers tucked behind one ear. The simple white dress flows over her pregnant belly, elegant and perfect. She's glowing with happiness and pregnancy hormones and love. Bill walks beside her, his arm linked through hers, pride evident in every step. As they walk down the aisle, Maya's eyes lock with Chase's. She's smiling, crying happy tears, radiant in the afternoon sun. Chase feels his own tears start. He doesn't bother wiping them away. When they reach the front, Bill hugs Maya tight. "Your dad would be proud," he whispers. Then he shakes Chase's hand. "You take care of my girls. Always," Chase promises. Maya takes her place beside him, reaching for his hands. They're both crying and grinning like idiots. "Hi," she whispers. "Hi," he whispers back. "You're beautiful. You're not so bad yourself." The mayor clears his throat, smiling. "We're gathered here today to witness the marriage of Maya Rodriguez and Chase Sullivan. Two people who found each other in the most unexpected way and proved that love transcends all boundaries. I've known Maya her whole life, watched her grow from a little girl playing in her father's garage to the strong, capable woman standing here today. And I've gotten to know Chase these past few months, seen him become part of our community, seen him earn not just Maya's love, but ours too. He pauses, looking at them warmly. Before we begin the traditional vows, Chase has something special he'd like to do. Chase nods, turning to Lily. Lily, can you come here for a second? Lily bounces forward, confused but excited. Chase kneels down to her level, pulling papers from his jacket pocket. Lily, I love your mom, but I also love you. You're smart and funny and brave. You teach me things every day, and I want to be your dad, not just your mom's husband. So I have adoption papers here. If you want me to be your dad officially, forever, I'd be honored. Lily's eyes go wide. Really, like really, if you want... Yes! Lily throws herself at him. Yes, I want you to be my dad. There's not a dry eye in the audience. Chase holds Lily tight, this little girl who came into his life and changed everything. When they pull apart, both are crying. So we'll sign these papers after the ceremony, and then you'll officially be Lily Rodriguez Sullivan. How does that sound? Perfect. Can I still be Flower Girl? You'll always be our Flower Girl. Lily returns to her spot, practically glowing. Maya is sobbing, hand over her mouth. Chase stands, taking her hands again. Sorry, he says. Should have warned you. You're impossible, she says through tears. And perfect. The mayor continues. Now, Maya and Chase have written their own vows. Chase, would you like to go first? Chase takes a deep breath. He's rehearsed this 100 times, but looking at Maya, 7 months pregnant with their baby, tears streaming down her face, all his practiced words disappear, so he speaks from his heart. Maya, 6 months ago, my Ferrari broke down on a highway. I thought it was the worst day of my life. Turned out it was the best, because I met you. A woman who told me I was wasting my life in boardrooms, who challenged me to be better, who showed me what actually matters. He pauses, gathering his thoughts. You taught me that success isn't measured in dollars or deals. It's measured in moments, like watching Lily show me her dinosaur collection for the 10th time, like feeling our baby kick while we count stars, like sweeping a garage floor and feeling happier than I ever did, closing billion-dollar contracts. You showed me that some things money can't fix, but the right person can. You fixed me, Maya. You made me human again. His voice breaks. I promise to choose you every single day, to be your partner, not your boss, to listen before deciding, to value your wisdom as much as my own, to be present for Lily and our baby and any future babies we might have, to love you when it's easy and especially when it's hard, to grow old with you, arguing about carburetors and teaching our kids about stars. I promise to be the man you deserve, the man you're making me into. I love you, completely, forever. Maya is crying so hard she can barely see. She takes a shaky breath and begins her own vows. Chase Sullivan. 6 months ago, you walked into my garage demanding I fix your Ferrari in 2 hours. I thought you were the most arrogant man I'd ever met. I was right. You were. But then something happened. You started to change, to listen, to see me as a person, not a service provider. You got your hands dirty. You learned. You became part of my world instead of trying to make me fit into yours. She squeezes his hands. You proved that people can change, that vulnerability is strength, that love doesn't care about bank accounts or social status. You chose us every day, through sweeping floors and learning mechanics and being patient with a scared woman who didn't know if she could trust again. You earned my trust, my love, my future. Her voice strengthens. I promise to choose you right back, to challenge you when you need it and support you always, to build this life together as true partners, to raise our children with love and laughter and an appreciation for both carburetors and quantum physics. To love you in the small moments and the big ones, to be your home as you've become mine. Some things money can't fix, but the right person can. You're my right person, Chase, today and always. The mayor is wiping his own eyes now. Does anyone have the rings? Lily produces them from a small pouch tied to her wrist, clearly thrilled to have this important job. By the power vested in me by the state of Nevada, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Chase, you may kiss your bride and your daughters. Chase laughs through tears, kisses Maya deeply while the crowd cheers, then scoops Lily up to include her in a three-way family hug. Maya's pregnant belly makes it awkward but perfect. We're a family, Chase says. We're a family, Maya agrees. Best family ever, Lily adds. The crowd is on their feet, cheering and crying. Derek is grinning. Marcus is wiping his eyes. Rosie is sobbing into a handkerchief. Chase's mother is smiling genuinely, dabbing at her eyes with a tissue. They walk back down the aisle together, Chase holding Maya's hand, Lily between them holding both their hands. Officially, the Rodriguez-Sullivan family, the reception is perfect chaos in the best way. Long tables covered with food from the diner, Rosie's famous potato salad, casseroles from neighbors, a taco bar from the Mexican restaurant. No assigned seating, just community gathering, eating, celebrating. The cake is a simple two-tier creation from the local bakery, decorated with wildflowers that match Maya's bouquet. When they cut it, Chase feeds Maya gently, no smashing or silliness. She does the same, and they kiss to applause. Then the speeches begin. Derek goes first. I've known my little brother his whole life. Watched him build a company from nothing. Become one of the youngest billionaires in the country. I was proud of him, but I was also worried, because he was successful but empty, working non-stop but never living. Then his Ferrari broke down in the middle of nowhere. He calls me furious, demanding I fix it somehow. I thought it was a disaster. He pauses, smiling at Chase and Maya. Turns out that breakdown was the best thing that ever happened to him, because it brought him here, to Maya and Lily. To a real life. I've never seen my brother this happy, this present, this human. Maya, you didn't just fix his car. You fixed him. Thank you for giving me my brother back. Chase, don't screw this up. Everyone laughs. Chase flips Derek off playfully. Maya elbows him. Marcus stands next. Chase Sullivan was my roommate at Stanford. Brilliant, driven, absolutely terrible at anything that didn't involve computers or business. I once watched him try to make toast and set off the fire alarm. So when he told me he was learning to be a mechanic, I thought he'd lost his mind. He grins. But then I visited, saw him covered in grease, genuinely happy, working on cars with no idea what he was doing but trying anyway. Saw him with Maya and Lily, and I understood. He found what actually matters. Maya, thank you for teaching my best friend that life happens outside boardrooms. Chase, I'm proud of you. Not for building a company, but for having the courage to walk away from it when something more important came along. Rosie stands, tears already streaming. I've known Maya since she was born, watched her grow up in that garage, watched her struggle after her daddy died, watched her raise Lily alone, working herself to the bone, never complaining. I prayed someone would come along who deserved her, who would see how special she is. She looks at Chase. You weren't what I expected. Billionaire driving a fancy car, throwing money around. I thought you'd be gone in a week, but you proved me wrong. You stayed. You changed. You earned her love the hard way, through showing up every day and doing the work. That's real love. Not grand gestures, just consistency. Maya, your daddy is watching from heaven, and he's proud. Chase, welcome to the family. Don't make me regret vouching for you. Yes, ma'am, Chase says seriously. Lily insists on giving a speech too. Someone lifts her onto a chair so she can be seen. Hi everyone, I'm Lily and today I got a daddy. Her voice carries across the reception. Mr. Chase is the best. He helps me with homework, and he lets me teach him about dinosaurs even though he doesn't know anything. And he makes Mommy happy. She doesn't cry at night anymore. She smiles a lot now. And we're going to have a baby sister or brother. I'm going to teach them everything about dinosaurs. The crowd applauds. Chase is crying again. Maya is laughing and crying. This ridiculous, perfect day. As evening comes, the band starts playing. Chase and Maya have their first dance as husband and wife, swaying slowly to acoustic guitar. Her pregnant belly presses against him, their baby moving between them. "How are you feeling?" he asks. "My feet hurt. My back aches. I'm exhausted, and I've never been happier. Me either. No regrets about giving up the billionaire lifestyle? Not even one. This is the life I want. You're the life I want." They dance as the sun sets, painting the desert in shades of gold and orange. Around them, their community celebrates. Lily dances with Derek. Rosie talks to Chase's mother, who's loosening up with some wine and small-town hospitality. Bill laughs with the diner owner. Marcus and his wife dance nearby. This is home. This is family. This is everything. When the dancing winds down and guests start leaving, Chase and Maya say goodbye to everyone. His parents hug them both, his mother whispering that she's proud of him. Derek promises to visit soon with his family. Marcus reminds Chase he's still technically on the company payroll, even if he's barely working. Finally, it's just them. Chase, Maya, and Lily, who's asleep on Rosie's shoulder. "We should get her home," Maya says. "Our home," Chase corrects. "All of us, together." They drive to the apartment above the garage. Chase carries Lily up, tucks her into bed still in her flower girl dress because she's too exhausted to change. They watch her sleep for a moment, this little girl who's officially their daughter now. In their bedroom, Chase helps Maya out of her wedding dress. Not seductively, just tenderly, helping his very pregnant wife get comfortable. She changes into soft pajamas, sighs in relief. "Thank you," she says. "For what?" "For today. For everything. For being you. Thank you for choosing me." They crawl into bed together, Maya's back to Chase's front, his arm over her belly, hand resting where their baby kicks and moves. This is intimacy. This is marriage. Not grand gestures or expensive gifts, just two people choosing each other in the quiet moments. "I love you, Mrs. Rodriguez Sullivan. I love you too, Mr. Rodriguez Sullivan. We're really doing this. Marriage, baby, family. We really are. Scared, terrified, you, completely, but happy. Me too." They fall asleep like that, tangled together, their baby moving between them, their daughter asleep down the hall, and a future stretching ahead full of ordinary, extraordinary moments. This is happily ever after. Not perfect, but real, and so much better than any fantasy. 18 months after the wedding, Maya wakes to chaos. The good kind. The kind that means family and life and everything she never dared hope for. Sophia Grace Rodriguez Sullivan is 16 months old, toddling around their small house with the determined waddle of someone who just learned to walk and thinks she owns the world. She's got Chase's blue eyes and Maya's dark hair, and she's currently banging a wooden spoon against a pot, conducting her own personal symphony at 6 in the morning. "Mama," Sophia shouts, the one word she's mastered perfectly. "I hear you, baby girl." Chase emerges from the bathroom, hair wet from the shower, trying to knot his tie. He works at the garage 4 days a week now, spends one day consulting remotely for Sullivan Tech, and somehow still can't tie a tie properly without help. "Come here," Maya says, laughing. He stands still while she fixes his tie, just like she's done 100 times. These small domestic moments are her favorite, better than any grand gesture. "Where's Lily?" Chase asks. "Still asleep. Miracle of miracles. Let her rest. She has that field trip today. Lily is 8 now, 2nd grade, obsessed with space instead of dinosaurs. and the best big sister Sophia could ask for. She reads to Sophia every night, helps change diapers without complaint, and has appointed herself chief of baby protection. They moved into a small 3-bedroom house 6 months ago. Nothing fancy. Just a craftsman-style home 2 blocks from the garage, with a yard for the girls. Chase bought it outright, but put it in both their names, equal partners in everything. The garage has expanded too. Rodriguez Sullivan Auto Repair now has 4 bays, 6 employees, and a reputation that brings customers from 3 counties. Maya handles the technical side. Chase handles business operations, and Bill trains the younger mechanics in between, telling stories about the old days. Chase's transformation is complete and permanent. He's gained 15 pounds from Rosie's cooking, has calluses on his hands that won't fade, and knows every person in town by name. He coaches Lily's soccer team, helps organize the town 4th of July parade, and volunteers at the food bank on weekends. The billionaire who thought money solved everything now knows that showing up solves everything. Marcus runs Sullivan Tech full-time now. The company is thriving. Chase owns the majority stake still, but consults only a few hours weekly. He doesn't miss the board meetings, doesn't miss the power plays, doesn't miss any of it. This morning is like every morning, beautiful and chaotic and perfect. Sophia throws her spoon across the kitchen. It clatters against the floor. Chase picks her up, blows raspberries on her belly until she shrieks with laughter. "Dada!" Sophia giggles. "That's right, baby girl. I'm your Dada. And you're a troublemaker like your sister." Lily appears in the doorway, hair a mess, wearing dinosaur pajamas because some loves never fade. "I heard that," she says, but she's grinning. "Sophia, do you want to see the stars I drew?" Sophia immediately reaches for Lily. Lily! The devotion between the sisters makes Maya's heart swell every single time. She never had siblings. Watching her daughters love each other is a gift she didn't know she needed. "Breakfast first," Maya says. "Then stars. We have to leave in 30 minutes. They eat together. Scrambled eggs and toast, nothing fancy. Sophia makes a spectacular mess. Lily chatters about the planetarium field trip. Chase listens attentively, asking questions, engaged in a way that would have been impossible for the man Maya met 18 months ago. After breakfast, Chase leaves for the garage. Maya gets the girls ready. Lily to school, Sophia to Rosie's house where she spends mornings while Maya works. Rosie calls it her retirement job, taking care of Sophia, but everyone knows she'd do it for free. The baby has her wrapped around tiny fingers. At the garage, Maya slides under a Chevy, music playing exactly where she's happiest. She's built something here. Not just a business, but a legacy. Her father would be proud. Chase handles the front office, scheduling appointments, ordering parts, managing accounts. He's competent now. Not as skilled mechanically as Maya, but solid, reliable. Their customers trust him. Around 11, a sound makes Maya roll out from under the car, a distinctive engine sound, expensive, powerful, struggling. A sleek black Ferrari pulls into the lot, newer model, maybe a 488 GTB. It's smoking slightly, making that grinding noise that means something is very wrong. Maya and Chase lock eyes across the garage, both smiling. "Should we?" Maya asks. "Let's see." A young man emerges from the Ferrari, mid-20s, expensive suit, designer sunglasses, phone pressed to his ear. He looks frantic, stressed, exactly like Chase looked 18 months ago. "I don't care what the meeting costs. Reschedule it." The man barks into his phone. "My car broke down in the middle of nowhere. What do you mean there's no tow service? This is a Ferrari." He hangs up, runs his hands through his perfectly styled hair, notices Maya and Chase watching. "Are you the mechanic?" he demands, looking at Chase. "She is," Chase says, gesturing to Maya. "I'm just the business manager." The young man looks at Maya skeptically. Grease-stained coveralls, ponytail, totally unimpressed expression. She's seen this look before. You can work on Ferraris. I fixed one or two. How fast can you fix mine? I have a meeting in Vegas in 3 hours. It's worth $50 million. I'll pay whatever it takes. Maya crosses her arms. This is almost too perfect. Let me look at it first. She pops the hood, examines the engine, listens carefully. Cooling system failure. Fuel pressure sensor. Almost the same problem Chase's had. Different car, same issues. This is at least a 6-hour job, she tells him. You're not making your meeting. That's unacceptable. Name your price. I'll pay anything. Some things money can't fix, Chase says quietly, but the right person can. If you're willing to wait and learn. The young man looks between them, confused. What? Maya smiles. Here's what we can do. We'll fix your car. It'll take 6 hours. You can wait here, or you can reschedule your meeting and come back tomorrow. Your choice. 6 hours. I can't wait 6 hours. Then reschedule the meeting. If it's worth $50 million, they'll wait for you. The young man pulls out his phone, paces, makes frantic calls. Finally, he returns. Fine. They'll push the meeting to tomorrow, but I need this car fixed today. We'll have it done by 5, Maya promises. Why don't you grab lunch at the diner down the street? Small town, not much else to do. After he leaves, Chase pulls Maya close. Think he'll learn anything? Probably not, but we can try. They work together on the Ferrari, side by side, partners in every sense. Bill joins them, teaching them both new tricks. This is their life now, working together, building together, being together. When the young man returns at 5, the Ferrari is purring perfectly. He pays the bill without argument, climbs into his car, ready to leave. Wait, Chase says. Can I give you some advice? Sure, whatever. Slow down. The deal will still be there tomorrow, or it won't. Either way, your life won't end. Enjoy the drive. Notice the desert. Maybe stop somewhere and actually talk to people. You might learn something. The young man looks at Chase like he's crazy. Right. Thanks. He drives away. Maya and Chase watch him go. Think he listened? Maya asks. No, but I didn't either the first time. Took me getting lost to find what actually matters. And what's that? You, our girls. This life. Everything that money can't buy. She kisses him, there in the garage where they met, where everything changed. I love you. I love you too. That evening, family dinner, a tradition they never break. Everyone around their small table. Lily talking about her field trip, describing planets and stars with 8-year-old enthusiasm. Sophia throwing food, laughing when Chase makes silly faces. Maya watching her family, her heart so full it might burst. After dinner, bath time for Sophia. Chase handles it while Maya helps Lily with homework. These divisions of labor happened naturally, partners sharing the load, bedtime stories. Lily reads to Sophia from a picture book about astronauts. Sophia doesn't understand the words, but loves her sister's voice. Maya and Chase watch from the doorway, arms around each other. We made this, Maya whispers. We made this, Chase agrees. After the girls are asleep, they collapse on the couch. Exhausted. Happy. Chase's arm around Maya, her feet in his lap. The television playing something neither is watching. Marcus called today, Chase says. Board wants me back full time. They're offering significant equity increase. Maya tenses. What did you say? I said no. Obviously. My life is here, with you, with our girls. I don't want more equity or more meetings or more of anything except what I already have. She relaxes. Good answer. There was never any other answer. This is my life, Maya. You're my life. I'm never going back to that. Even if I get fat and old and covered in grease forever, especially then. They sit in comfortable silence. the kind only earned through time and trust. Through choosing each other every day, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Remember when we met? Maya asks. You were so arrogant. I was the worst. How did you stand me? I didn't. I wanted to throw a wrench at your head. You should have. Might have knocked some sense into me sooner. I did it the hard way instead. Made you work for it. Best thing you ever did. I needed to earn this. Earn you. She kisses him, soft and sweet and full of forever. You did earn it. Every day you earn it. I'll keep earning it for the rest of my life. Later, lying in bed, Maya thinks about how far they've come. From that first contentious meeting to this, marriage, children, partnership, love built on respect and equality and choosing each other daily. Chase, Thank you for breaking down on that highway. He laughs, pulls her closer. Best breakdown of my life. Mine too. They fall asleep tangled together, exactly where they belong. 6 months later, Maya discovers she's pregnant again. She tells Chase while they're closing the garage, just the two of them, the sun setting outside. You're kidding. 3 tests, all positive. Surprise, he picks her up, spins her around, both laughing. Another baby. We're going to have 3 kids under 10. We're outnumbered. We're blessed. We're insane. That too. They call Lily and Sophia from Rosie's house to tell them the news. Lily shrieks with excitement. Sophia doesn't understand but catches the joy and shrieks too. Rosie cries happy tears. The whole town will know by morning. That night, the 4 of them, soon to be 5, pile onto the couch. Lily and Sophia between their parents, a tangle of arms and legs and love. Are we gonna need a bigger house? Lily asks. Probably, Chase says. Can we get a dog too? We'll see. That means yes, Lily tells Sophia. We're getting a dog. Sophia claps. Dog. Maya looks at her family, her husband who chose them over his empire, her daughters who fill every day with chaos and joy, the baby growing inside her who will complete them in ways they don't yet understand. This is her life, not perfect, never perfect, but real and messy and full of love. Some things money can't fix, but the right person can. Chase fixed her broken heart, her trust in love, her belief that happy endings are possible. And she fixed him right back, teaching him that life is measured in moments, not money, in laughter, not luxury, in presence, not power. They fixed each other, and in doing so, built something beautiful, a family, a home, a future stretching ahead full of possibility. The Ferrari that broke down on a Nevada highway led Chase to everything that matters. To Maya with her grease-stained hands and fierce heart, to Lily with her boundless enthusiasm and protective love, to Sophia with her toddler chaos and big blue eyes, to a baby on the way who will arrive into a family that chose each other daily, to a life worth living, a love worth earning, a happiness worth everything. This is happily ever after. Not the fairy tale kind with castles and perfection. The real kind, built day by day through showing up and choosing love even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. And somewhere in Nevada, another expensive car will probably break down someday. Another desperate person will find their way to Rodriguez Sullivan Auto Repair. And maybe, just maybe, they'll learn what Chase learned, that the best things in life can't be bought. They have to be earned. Through patience and humility and opening your heart to the possibility that you've been living wrong. But that's someone else's story. This one, this love story about a mechanic and a billionaire who found each other in the most unlikely way, is complete, and it's perfect. I hope you enjoyed today's story. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more stories like this. Leave a like and comment below what you thought of the story. See you in the next video.